Breaking news coming out of Ewood Park as Blackburn Rovers look to finally be making a move for an actual signing, and he looks not half barred. Who am I talking about? We're going to get into it, all of it, at next. That's right, folks, back once again with another video today. This one's coming out of nowhere. Breaking news right now as Rovers look to be on the cusps of actually signing someone, if rumours are to be led to believe. Take that with a pinch of salt. We'll take a look at it, all of it in a second. If you're new, where you been? Smash your subscribe and your one-stop shop for Rovers is right here under one Rooski. It's been bubbling since this morning, and it looks like Rovers are going overseas, of course. Where? To the Far East. What am I talking about? We'll get into it in a minute. Big shout out to the VIPs. They are the patrons. You know who you are. And again, if you're new, smash the old subscribe. Something to finally perk us up, perhaps. But it also might come with a bit of a sting in the tail. What am I talking about? Let's, of course, take a deep dive into it. Yeah, I had a shave and all that. Had a haircut. It's all gone. And who else can be gone? This guy, Sam Smotics. So this is the sting in the tail. We are looking at Yuki Ohashi coming at you from Japan. And we'll take a little look at him in a minute. But that does mean the chances are we are going to be losing this guy at some stage somehow. Now, we'll take another look at that article in a minute. We'll take a look as well at the fella. But what I'm hoping is, hopefully it's not just one for one, and we are, getting some money in and then adding some reinforcements as well. Because taking a Smodics out, bringing this guy in, that's all fair and good and understand, but it doesn't really strengthen us whatsoever. It just kind of wipes our face clean. It's we need more bodies than this, but it is movement, it is traction, but it does probably signify that Smodics is gone. So it was broken earlier by a Japanese reporter or a reporter based out in Japan that Yuki Ohashi has been a bid has been, I think, accepted. Work permit is now the stumbling block. But you know, Rovers, we ain't going to get that right either. And it's now trickled through the social media and through other various links. Alan Nixon also chipping in the Lancashire Telegraph, also jumping in on board. So it's legit, it's on fire, it's red hot to trot. And don't get me wrong, it's exciting. I've always, no, I'm not trying to be stereotypical or whatever, but the Japanese, they just run their socks off. That's the sort of stuff we need at Ewood, and it will be our first ever Japanese signing in the senior team, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, other Rovers fans out there. So who is he? Well, let's have a look at him. Here he is. Look at him. He looks mean, and he looks up for it. He looks exhausted, actually, in that one. So anyway, here he is. He is, of course, coming at you from Japan. 181 centimetres tall. Can play as centre forward. Right-footed. Contract expires in 2027, but because he only joined earlier this year, the club, which is Sanfrecce Hiroshima. Of course, there is his positions to play predominantly, especially this season. We'll maybe take a deep dive in a second. In fact, here is those other graphics. He's played preferably in that supporting role, chipping in with 11 goals this campaign from 18 matches, 2 assists as well. He's also chipping in quite handful of goals as well when played as striker. This is his numbers over the years. Sanfrecce Hiroshima is his current club. Of course, I think it's in the top flight in Japan. Previously was at Shonan Bellmare, just scoring 24 goals. So it's maybe similar sort of figures to that of Smodics when you consider the amount of games. Now, I'll tell you that now. They may be similar ages, but there is a significant chunk of change in regards to how many games played. Smodics has played a crap ton load more compared to this fella. So unless there's some other stats out there that I'm not seeing. Meanwhile, let's take a look at his attributes. 70 rated on his attacking, 52 for his techniques, 57 for his tackling, which is good. Creativity is 49 and defending is 32. Now, those numbers will compare him to Smodics in just a second. This is his heat map for the season, preferring the right-hand side to the left, but very much in the attacking third, which is where you want him. 22 matches played this season, and he started every single one, I think, averaging around about 85 minutes a game, chipping in with 10 goals. Of course, goal frequencies every other game. Shots per game, 2.8. Goal conversion, 16%. 7 with his right foot, 2 penalties, 3 headed goals. Ain't afraid to get stuck in. That's what we love to see. Assists, 4 assists, so 14 goal assist combination there for the season. 41.1 touches. Pass success rate is not the greatest. 72% success with his passing, and his own half 74%. Opposition half 68. So in and around about 70% across the board. And then of course we look at his discipline there. 2 yellow cards for the season. Dribbles 39%. Aerial duels won at 37%. So what else we got for this kid here? This is his valuation. He's been, pretty much steady Eddie for the most of his career, around about the 400,000 mark. What we're looking at is around about $1 million, I think, is what has been banded around with the social media business. But what we are thinking and what is likely is going to be his replacement. That's right, Sam Smodics. So let's compare these two side by side and see what we're getting, or what it looks like what we're getting. This is Rovers. This is Rovers. Let's not beat around the bush. It may, work permit. Have we ever done a work permit before? Is this lot? Has this admin staff ever done a work permit? Do they know how to spell work permit? Has the guy got the credentials to log on and do a work permit? Probably not, so let's not get too ahead of ourselves. Anyways, take a look at these two go side by side. He is a little bit younger. He actually will turn 28 in July, so it will be the same age as Smodics, who will turn 29 in September. A little bit taller, plays with the right foot, but they're pretty much identical in positioning. Smodics has played in a more midfield sort of role. This is definitely more of an attacking player if we want to compare them side by side. Let's take a look then at those stats, which I talked about. Scored 213 goals. Actually, no, he hasn't. He scored 40 goals. What am I talking about? He scored 40 goals in 139 matches compared to Smodics, 107 goals in 355 matches. But minutes per goal is the significant stat. We're looking at 213 minutes per goal, 234 minutes per goal for Sam Smodics. Was Sam Smodics last season a blimp in the radar? Was it something that, of course, will never happen again? I don't know. Chances are probably not, because he was absolutely phenomenal. Of course, 226 minutes per goal in the championship. Top flight here for the Japanese fellow, 226 minutes per goal as well. So it's like for like, good, very similar stats, 117 games, 112 games. So if you discredit this lot, they're kind of like for like, and maybe, just maybe, we're getting a little bit of a better player, I think. Let's take a look at those attributes then. Now the green is matey boy here. 70% attacking, better than that of Sam Smodics. Technique is a little low, but he's better in the tackling department. Defense, you can probably wash your face without very similar difference. And creativity, Smodics has him on toast. So realistically, he wins 2, he loses 2, and the other one is very, very fine margin. Like for like, hopefully there's a good chunk of change coming in from the Sam Smodics deal, and hopefully we are not paying beyond the odds for this guy coming in here. I am excited about this. Why? Because we've not seen anybody, but this guy is something we've not had in ever. It's exciting. It opens up potential for if they can pull off the work permit deal. It shows that we are capable of exploring untapped markets, you would say, the Japanese market. Maybe even they might get the thing of it. They might get the hang of these work permits, and then go, why don't we check out the South American market? Why don't we check out the African market? Maybe we can untap some other hidden gems. This shows boldness by Blackburn Rovers at long last, and this would be a major coup for the recruiting team, something I would never have said before. But the bottom line is, it is 1 for 1 in the grand scheme of things. We all know that Sam Smodics is going. We all know, whether it's Ipswich in the Prem, whether it's Leeds in the Championship, he's going to leave us this season. So realistically, we're not strengthening the team so much. We're just swapping bodies. And for me, that's still a concern. But, at least we're going to try and not necessarily replace the goals, but add an extra body that could probably chip in with 5-10 goals this season, maybe more. But yeah, we'll see about this. But I thought I wanted to get to you now before anything develops. But it is a ticking clock at the moment. Work permit could be done today, maybe an announcement today. Maybe I'm getting ahead of myself, but maybe later in the week. But I wanted to get on top of it right now, let you know what I thought about it. I'm excited. Hopefully you guys are too. But let's not forget the bigger picture here, that we are still not improving the depth of this team because Sam Smotics will leave. Let's not get kind of wrapped up in the fact that we might make a signing when still we're not really strong. We're still 2 players, senior players down right now. Samir Telolovic and, of course, Leopold Wallstadt gone. They're gone. We're 2 down. This doesn't make a one down. We're still, Smodics is going. It's a goner. Anyway, that's it. Subscribe, smash a like, catch you later. But I am out of here.